8 things a man should never do with a woman. Practical Stoicism for daily life. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where things started to feel off in your relationship, but you couldn't pinpoint why? Maybe it was a small action or a careless mistake that, over time, caused a shift. Today, we're going to explore 8 things every man should never do with a woman. These are real, practical lessons that can make or break a relationship. So, have you ever done something without thinking and regretted it later? Let's dive into how Stoic principles can guide you to avoid these common pitfalls and build stronger, more respectful connections. And here are 8 things a man should never do with a woman, in no particular order. 1. Don't share your problems with a woman. Many of you believe that being vulnerable will make a woman want you more, but that's not true. Women, especially those who have self-respect and know their worth, desire a man who can offer strength, stability, and protection. As the old saying goes, a queen seeks a king, not someone who is overwhelmed by his own life. If you constantly share your struggles, you may inadvertently project weakness instead of the strength that makes you attractive. Women are hypergamous by nature. They want to align themselves with the highest value man available, someone who stands apart from the pack. So, when you overshare your personal issues, you risk being seen as just another option. A woman may encourage you to open up about your problems, but keep in mind that she will be quietly assessing whether you rise above the other men she encounters. Her attraction is deeply connected to how you handle life, not how much you talk about your challenges. Instead of unloading your burdens on her, take a step back and handle your problems on your own. When you've solved them, then share the victory with her. Tell her, "This is what I faced, and this is how I overcame it." That shows maturity and the ability to take charge, traits that set you apart as a man of value. It's not about being emotionally unavailable. It's about demonstrating the stoic happiness and strength that come from self-reliance. If you need someone to talk to, seek the counsel of other men who will understand your situation deeply. Don't share your plans. Show your results. The woman will respect you more and begin to trust you as someone who can lead and support her, rather than someone she needs to care for. So, remember the key rule. Never share your problems with a woman. Always focus on showing her that you can manage your life and deal with difficulties with calm confidence. Let your actions speak louder than your words, and let your stoic life lessons guide your behavior. Share your thoughts with us in the comments. How do you handle problems in your relationships, and what experiences have shaped your understanding of strength and vulnerability? 2. Don't agree with everything she says or accept all her offers. In the intricate dance of relationships, it's vital for a man to maintain his sense of self and autonomy. A key principle of Stoicism today is the ability to stay grounded and make decisions based on rational thought, not on the desire to please others. One mistake many men make is agreeing with everything a woman says or accepting all of her offers. While this might seem like a way to keep the peace or gain favor, it only reveals a lack of personal boundaries and an inability to think independently. When you agree with everything, you risk appearing like a person who cannot stand firm in his beliefs, which undermines your value. This is a behavior rooted in weakness, and women, like anyone, are naturally drawn to strength, not desperation. If you constantly say yes, you may find yourself trapped in the friend zone, where you're not seen as a romantic partner, but rather as a convenient resource. In this space, you'll end up being the person she calls when she needs a favor, like driving her to the club or accompanying her on shopping trips. In reality, these actions are tests of your boundaries. Sometimes saying no is the most powerful thing you can do. Even if you can help her, there will be times when you should not. It's not because you don't care, but because you understand that she, too, is capable of finding solutions on her own. Stoicism teaches us the importance of not acting out of obligation or fear, but choosing to act from a place of self-respect and strength. By refusing some requests, you show that you value your time and energy, and that your life isn't revolving around her needs. This creates a sense of mystery and respect in her eyes. If you always say yes, you risk being seen as someone who is easily manipulated or always available. Remember, every action you take, every decision you make, reflects your internal values. Don't fail this test. By embodying the core of Stoicism, embracing strength, independence, and respect for oneself, you become a man who stands tall and commands respect, which in turn attracts the right kind of attention and admiration from women. Do you understand and agree with the point I just shared above? If so, please comment again to confirm. I don't agree with everything she says or accept all her offers. 3. Don't rush into becoming her boyfriend. Don't rush into becoming her boyfriend. Wait at least 6 months. Take your time before committing. Why? Because, as the Stoic wisdom teaches us, patience is not only a virtue, it is the cornerstone of wise decision-making. In the beginning, everything feels intense. It's the honeymoon phase, and everything about her seems perfect. But listen closely. This is not the time to make life-altering decisions. Rushing into a commitment too soon is a trap many men fall into, thinking they've found the one, only to realize down the road that they've rushed into something that wasn't truly right. The Stoic mindset encourages deliberate action, not impulsivity. It asks us to resist the urge to act on fleeting emotions, and instead, to wait, reflect, and act only after we've fully understood the situation. In this case, it means waiting at least 6 months. Why 6 months? Because that's enough time to truly get to know her, beyond the surface level. In the beginning, you're seeing only her best self, a carefully curated version that she wants you to see. But over time, her true personality will emerge. As you grow with the relationship, you'll see her in different environments, react to challenges, and witness how she handles stress, joy, success, and failure. These are the moments that will reveal her authentic nature. Don't fall into the trap of illusion that everything is perfect just because it feels intense early on. That feeling will fade, and what you're left with is reality. Be patient and observe. The Stoic philosophy teaches us to build a solid foundation before making any commitment. Rushing into things prematurely is a mistake, one that will lead you to regret later. Take the time to make sure you're compatible, and that she aligns with the values and future you envision for yourself. And remember, keeping your options open during this time doesn't make you uncommitted. It makes you wise. You're not just trying to avoid mistakes. You're also respecting both yourself and her by making sure the decision is made for the right reasons. The famous philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This applies to relationships too. Instead of rushing in, focus on becoming a man who knows exactly what he wants and needs from a partner, who is disciplined in his actions and patient in his decision-making. This mindset doesn't just apply to relationships. It applies to every area of life. The key to mastering your relationships, your work, and your emotions lies in understanding the power of patience and control. Taking the time to know her, giving her the space to reveal her true self, is a reflection of this principle. By the end of the 6 months, if you find that you're still aligned, then you've built a relationship based on understanding and mutual respect, not just infatuation. The choice to wait is a display of power. It demonstrates control over your emotions and actions. By refusing to rush, you are not only making a wise choice for yourself, but also demonstrating to her that you are a man of depth, someone who values the foundation of a relationship rather than the superficial thrills of immediate attraction. Remember, a decision made in haste can often be a decision you'll regret. Stay grounded in your stoic wisdom and let the process unfold naturally. Time reveals truth, and truth is the only thing that will sustain a lasting bond. Don't rush. Wait. See. Act decisively only when you're absolutely sure. In today's fast-paced world, where instant gratification often clouds judgment, taking the time to make thoughtful decisions stands as a pillar of strength. This is not just advice. This is the wisdom of the Stoics, who mastered their emotions to control their fate. They understood the importance of restraint, of choosing carefully, and of not allowing fleeting emotions to dictate the course of their lives. By following this mindset, you set yourself on a path to a relationship built on stability, clarity, and long-lasting success. Now, I challenge you. Don't rush. Commit to taking the time to truly understand the woman you're considering, and above all, make the choice to build from a solid foundation. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're ready to embrace Stoic wisdom in your daily life. Share your thoughts below. How have you applied patience and wisdom in your relations? 4. Don't buy her affection. It's straightforward. Don't try to win her over with gifts or material things. This concept might seem simplistic, but it is profoundly rooted in the understanding that true attraction arises not from material possessions, but from the strength of your character. If you attempt to win a woman's favor with gifts or lavish material displays, you risk undermining the very foundation of authentic connection. The truth is that genuine affection is not something that can be bought. It is earned through the demonstration of your virtues, your integrity, confidence, and the depth of your character. When a woman stays with you because of who you are, rather than what you give her, the connection will be far more meaningful and enduring. Material possessions may attract temporary attention, but they cannot cultivate lasting love. In fact, relying on gifts as a means to win affection only serves to devalue your worth, leaving both your wallet and your self-esteem in a weakened state. Over time, the more you give, the more you may start to wonder, is she with you for the person you are, or is she simply enjoying the benefits you provide? This creates doubt, insecurity, and ultimately disrupts the foundation of trust that every relationship needs. And a woman who sees that you are compensating for insecurity through material gestures will likely perceive it as a weakness. A woman with wisdom and insight will recognize that the true strength of a man is measured by his emotional resilience and his character, not the gifts he can offer. So, remember that, to live a life of stoic happiness and emotional integrity, the value of your presence, actions, and words should outweigh any material offerings. In relationships, it's your actions that speak louder than anything you can buy. As the Stoics teach us, it is through mastering our desires and cultivating inner strength that we can truly connect with others in a meaningful way. So avoid using material possessions as a crutch. Show your worth through the strength of your character, the way you treat others, and the integrity with which you live your life. Remember, the greatest gift you can offer anyone is the authenticity of who you are. By doing so, you cultivate not just stoic happiness, but also the kind of deep, lasting relationship that is built on mutual respect and understanding. Let your masculinity shine through your actions, your resilience, and your wisdom, not through your wallet. Now let me confirm, I did not bribe anyone with money. 5. Don't confuse her kindness with flirting. Women are naturally empathetic, and their kindness isn't always romantic. Too often, men mistake her polite gestures or friendly behavior as romantic interest, leading to disappointment and confusion. It's important to recognize that women are naturally empathetic, and their kindness is not always a sign of flirtation. This misreading can lead men to act based on false assumptions, which is why understanding the dynamics of human interaction is essential. Think of a conversation like a game of ping pong. In this simple yet effective metaphor, communication is a back-and-forth exchange, just like the ball bouncing between two players. If you're the only one initiating questions, and she's offering little or no engagement in return, it's as if you're playing ping pong alone. This lack of reciprocal effort should signal that she's simply being polite, not necessarily interested in you romantically. However, if she is actively engaged, offering her own questions, thoughts, or insights, that's a clear sign that she's truly invested in the conversation. This dynamic is key in understanding the difference between kindness and genuine interest. It reminds us that, as men, we must be attuned to these subtleties, recognizing that true engagement in communication is often the most honest indicator of attraction. When practicing Stoicism today, men can apply this awareness to avoid misinterpretations and maintain respect in their interactions. The principle of emotional control and understanding human behavior, central to Stoicism, encourages us to approach relationships with clarity and patience, avoiding rash judgments based on superficial kindness. So, when navigating your interactions with women, remember that kindness does not equal flirtation. Instead, look for the give and take in your conversations. This simple yet powerful observation can save you from misunderstanding and lead to more genuine, meaningful connections. 6. Never over-apologize. In the world of modern relationships, particularly with women, there are key principles rooted in Stoic wisdom and mindset that every man must embrace if he wants to command respect, maintain his dignity, and lead with confidence. The Stoic approach to relationships offers timeless lessons on how to behave in a manner that is not only powerful, but also filled with clarity and grace. One of the first rules that every man should heed is this: never over-apologize. It might seem surprising to some, but constantly saying sorry, especially when you haven't done anything wrong, signals weakness and insecurity. A man who is constantly apologizing isn't acting from strength. He's acting from fear. In situations where you might feel the urge to apologize, stop and think. For instance, if you're late, resist the impulse to rush in with an apology. Instead, say something like, "Thanks for waiting," and continue as if it's simply part of the flow of your life. You're a man with a purpose, a man who doesn't apologize for being busy. Understand that life happens, and lateness is a small matter, not a crisis. By acknowledging her patience, you're showing that you value her time without diminishing your own. But what if you make a mistake? Instead of rushing to apologize and giving away your power, you must first acknowledge her perspective. Acknowledge what she's feeling with phrases like, "I understand what you're saying." This demonstrates your thoughtfulness and emotional intelligence, and it shows you're not reactive. You're someone who takes a moment to assess and then responds with wisdom. When you make a mistake, skip the apology and instead say, "I'll do better next time." This simple shift shows that you're a man who takes responsibility without surrendering his confidence. It makes you appear strong, self-assured, and in control. Your actions speak louder than words. This approach is far from the mindless apologies that make you seem weak. It's about showing leadership and maturity in a way that attracts respect, both from her and from others. It's about displaying a stoic mindset, where you are in control of your reactions, your emotions, and your decisions. Remember, every time you avoid unnecessary apologies, you're stepping into your power. You're commanding respect and ensuring that your words and actions reflect your true strength. This doesn't mean you should never apologize. There are times when an apology is necessary, but those times should be rare. The stoic wisdom you adopt in these moments is crucial. It teaches you to take responsibility with grace, but never at the cost of your own dignity. The power lies in the balance, showing respect without diminishing your own worth. So, the next time you feel the urge to apologize excessively, remember this. You are a man of strength, of purpose, and of wisdom. Act accordingly. Live your life with the stoic mindset of self-control, of understanding, and of respect for both yourself and others. When you stand firm in your decisions and actions, you'll not only command respect, but also cultivate deeper, more meaningful relationships. Now, it's time to take charge of your actions and embrace the stoic wisdom that leads to success in all areas of life. Like, comment, and share if you're ready to step into the power of self-assuredness, to stop over-apologizing, and to lead with purpose in your relationships. 7. Avoid using offensive language around her. When interacting with a woman, one of the most important things a man should avoid is using offensive language. While it's true that swearing doesn't necessarily equate to a lack of intelligence, excessive use of foul language can significantly alter the way you're perceived. Mild swear words may seem harmless in casual conversation, but overusing them, especially stronger expletives, can make you come across as less sophisticated and more aggressive. This can lead to a less attractive and more disrespectful image, which could ultimately affect the nature of your interactions. Remember, how you speak is an extension of who you are, and showing restraint in your language reflects maturity and respect. As Stoic life lessons teach us, a wise man exercises control over his impulses, and this applies to how we communicate as well. By avoiding the use of harsh language, you present yourself as someone who is thoughtful, composed, and in control of his emotions, which is an attractive trait for any woman. A key element of Stoic happiness is the ability to remain calm, measured, and focused, and this is reflected not only in our thoughts and actions, but also in our words. The philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The things you think about determine the quality of your mind," reminding us that the quality of our speech is a reflection of the quality of our character. So, the next time you're about to speak, choose words that elevate the conversation and maintain a tone of respect. A well-chosen word can carry more weight than a string of harsh, empty phrases. And it's not just about avoiding bad words. It's about cultivating a way of speaking that draws others to you through your wisdom and your ability to convey thoughts with kindness and clarity. This principle is not just about impressing women, but about living a life of dignity, which will always be more fulfilling in the long run. How you speak to others matters more than you think, and the most powerful men are those who use their words wisely. So, what's your take on this? Do you find that language plays an important role in your relationships? Share your thoughts in the comments below. 8. Don't pretend to be smarter than you are. In life, especially when interacting with women, one of the most important lessons you can learn is not to pretend to be smarter than you are. We often find ourselves in situations where we feel the need to bluff our way through conversations or to act like we know everything, especially when we're unsure. But let me tell you, this is one of the quickest ways to lose credibility, particularly in the eyes of a woman. When you're faced with something you don't know, there's no shame in admitting it. In fact, acknowledging that you don't have all the answers displays intellectual humility, which is far more attractive than trying to fake your way through. In the world of Stoicism, this aligns with the principle of wisdom, understanding that we are constantly learning and growing. So, the next time you're unsure about a topic, try simply saying, "I don't know. Can you explain it to me?" This not only keeps the conversation flowing, but it also shows that you're willing to learn, which is a trait that's always respected. Stoicism today encourages us to embrace our limitations and to value the pursuit of knowledge over the need to appear infallible. When you stop pretending to be something you're not, you allow space for genuine connection and a deeper level of respect. And in doing so, you become a more grounded, self-assured person who doesn't need to hide behind a mask of false expertise. This shift in mindset doesn't just apply to women. It enriches every aspect of your interactions and relationships. Hey there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found these tips helpful in strengthening your relationships and understanding women better. Remember, these 8 tips aren't about manipulation or playing games. They're about becoming the best version of yourself, confident, strong, and authentic. That's the true key to building attraction naturally. If you found this advice valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who could benefit from these insights. Drop a comment below to let me know which tip resonated with you the most, or what other topics you'd love to see us dive into next. Until next time, keep leveling up and applying these principles to grow every day. Take care.